everyone. Thank you for joining us in today's conference. I am Syafira Fadilah, Head of the Communication and Public Service Bureau of Indonesian Ministry of Health. Welcome to the press conference, Prevent Suicide, Addressing the Alarming Rise of Depression Among Adolescents in Indonesia. We are now also doing live stream on our social media platforms. So, I hope everyone can pay attention on today's conference. Based on data from National Criminal Information Center of Indonesian Police, there were 287 of suicide cases in Indonesia from January 1st until March 15, 2024. According to the Indonesian Suicide Prevention Association, the number of reported cases may be fewer than all incidents. To dig deeper about this alarming and heartbreaking issue, I'd like to introduce Ms. Julia Silverita Yasmin as the Director of Mental Health of Indonesian Ministry of Health.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm Julia on behalf of the Ministry of Health. As someone who works in the mental health field, I'm driven to act and prevent this issue and the impact it has on our youth and their families. 55% of depression sufferers experience suicidal ideation. The untreated mental health issue often drives someone to commit suicide. And moreover, it has been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic among adolescents especially. WHO stated that suicide is the fourth cause of death in individuals aged 15 to 19 years. And as Ms. Syafira mentioned before, there were 287 suicide cases in Indonesia based on National Criminal Information Center of Indonesian Police from January to mid of March in this year. However, there may still be unreported cases, and all of this data underscore the urgent need for enhanced mental health awareness, access to professional care, and also the efforts to combat the stigma surrounding mental health issues in Indonesia. Many people still think that depression is only caused by economic, work, or family problems. Even depressed people are often called by mentally weak or having no faith at all. In fact, depression shouldn't be underestimated because it is just like any other medical illnesses. It isn't merely feeling sad, it is a serious mental health condition which requires treatment, and it can happen to anyone regardless of age.
Mental health is best served by a holistic care of the whole person's body, mind, and spirit. With that, while spiritual therapy is a substitute for professional interventions, neither can medical interventions on its own be sufficient. We don't need to choose which one is more likely to be efficient between religious coping, social support, and professional help seeking when it comes to cope psychological distress and illness. Depression stigma refers to the negative attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors towards individuals who are suffering from depression, and it only has worse consequences for them. Breaking this kind of stigma requires collective efforts from individuals, organizations, and society as a whole.
Social media and cyberbullying play a significant role in contributing to youth suicide. The constant exposure to unrealistic standards of beauty, the success, and also happiness on social media can lead to have feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem among young people. Additionally, cyberbullying can lead to have feelings of isolation, depression, and also helplessness. The anonymity provided by the social media can embolden individuals to engage in hurtful behavior, and the 24/7 nature of online interactions means that there is no escape from it. Those kind of things can be overwhelming for them, and also can have negative impact on their mental well-being. So parents should monitor their children's online interactions, online activities, to have open conversation about it. When you feel your behavior, thoughts, or emotions start to disturb your daily life, you should consider seeking help, whether from your closest ones or professional ones. We have counseling service at 119 in extension 8. There are also institutions, NGOs, clinics, and also universities that offer mental health support. The sooner you get the treatment, the sooner you get better. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the explanation, Ms. Julia. Is there any additional information that you would like to share with us?
Yes, the concerning data and insightful discussion highlight the importance of advocacy, treatment, empathy, early detection, and also community support in addressing youth mental health issues. So let's work together to create a supportive environment.
Thank you. That's all for today's conference. You can access all material on our social media platforms, or you can scan barcode on your screen. I'm sending gratitude to Ms. Julia and everyone that participated today. Thank you.